we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. No day for fantasy. Rage is like a wind, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards in the weekend, harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make great.
All right, guys, let's get this party started. If you want a reading, be sure and visit my stand store. It is linked in the description below. And as always, we have a fair use, a disclaimer. As you come in, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and share the video if you like it. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Hey guys, welcome back to Astrology for Mystics with Jen. It is a lovely Monday night again, right? Start of the week. So happy Monday, guys. Tonight, I just wanted to, last night I was showing some of the astrology, but it felt chaotic showing the charts and everything. And so I wanted to just not even show the chart and just talk about it. And I've created a video for you guys. I've got it time stamped and everything. So it's going to be for your reference. Okay. So we've got this live for your reference, but I've got a video that I'm going to put out and that I'm going to play for you. And then I'm going to post it later tonight or early in the morning, and it'll have timestamps. So you don't have to worry about writing anything down. I've written it down for you. Okay. Sebastian Rogers is still missing. And those of us that are invested in his case won't stop. We're going to continue to talk about him. We're going to continue to look for him. He deserves to be found. All children do. Right? So welcome in, guys. Be sure and hit that thumbs up. If you haven't, it's okay. Just go outside the live, hit the thumbs up, come back in, and just show your appreciation, okay? Show your appreciation for this great work, because it is great work. And I don't know if you guys were able to listen to my video that I uploaded today, but it was a good one. I was so inspired this morning talking about fate and free will, and how fate is a much it's a way in which we can bring into our perspective and heal without resentment, without grudges, without anger. And so I invite you guys to watch that if you haven't. It's about fate and fate versus free will. So I uploaded that today. So I hope you guys will watch that and give it a thumbs up and just support, support the channel. But I appreciate you all being here. Hey, April, it's always good to see you, my love. Hey, Linda, Jeff, Jill. Hi, honeys. Marianne is in the house. Good to see you, honey. Peace, love, Jeeps. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. Shanna, we had a good time yesterday. I appreciate you allowing me to read your chart. Love you, girl. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Michelle is in the house. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. It was a great video. I thought so too. I was so connecting with it. I could have made it a lot longer, but I wanted to keep it short. I could have put a bunch of, graphics in it. But the point was for us to just listen, not worry about the graphics. And this video isn't going to have graphics either. It's just where we're going to listen. We're going to learn. Okay. So without further ado, let's get it going. Okay. Let's just get this going. And if you can't hear it good, just let me know really quick. Okay. Before we look to the heavens, we need to look at the heart of our community. Sebastian Rogers was 15 years old when he vanished without a trace on the evening of February 25th, 2024. Today, he is 17 years old. It's been 2 years. 2 years too long. Sebastian is a young man with dirty blonde to brown hair, glasses, who navigates the world with autism and a rare 6q27 chromosomal deletion. He was last seen at the Texas Roadhouse on the evening of February 25th, 2024. He allegedly made it home and took out the trash on Stafford Court. And for over 2 years, his family, law enforcement, and the community of Hendersonville, Tennessee, and the community. I turned it up. I had my volume low. I forgot that I had my YouTube volume low. So this is just the introduction. Y'all should be able to hear it better now. Yeah, I think you should be able to hear it better now, Marianne. I'm sorry about that. All around the globe have been invested in his case, have searched for him. Search and rescue searched over 44,000 acres, but the silence remains. As a local and an astrologer, I am looking where the physical eye cannot always reach. Sebastian Rogers' chart, his birth chart, is currently a landscape of high activity, specifically his first house of Sagittarius, which is a house of physical self, and his ICMC axis, which is a bridge between home and the world. As we move through these coming months, we aren't trying to force an outcome. We are simply holding the light at the specific doors the universe is opening. The first phase is the first house activation, which is going to be taking place between May 5th and May 14th. The month of May begins with a rapid fire sequence of Dark Moon Lilith transits. In astrology, this is tomorrow, May 5th. And like I said, later tonight or early in the morning, I'm going to post this video and it's going to have all the timestamps for your leisure. Okay. Obviously, there will be more, right? There's going to be other things that are going to come into play. Our chart is always activated, you know. Even when we're deceased, our chart is activated. It could be gone for 300, 500 years and it's still going to be activated with that chart. So this video is going to explain, not in detail, and I'll stop it if you have questions. Feel free to ask questions. Okay. So basically, what I'm saying is that starting tomorrow, this is a watch. For us watchers, there is a watch. And the watch is from May to December. Okay. Oh, where'd it go? What'd I do? Hold on. Did something. Did I do? Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Hold on, let me start this again. Or hold on. What did I do? Okay, now I'm back. My tabs were going crazy. Okay. All right. Oh my God, it did it again. Okay, let's try it again, Jen. Come on. You can do this. You got this, girl. Okay. Dark moon represents the shadow. It's shadow work, the primal power, and the suppressed truths that lie beneath the surface. The specific point in the chart follows a 9-year cycle. A dark moon return occurs only once every 8 years and 10 months. And we just rounded up to 9 years. So every 9 years, the cycle comes. Sebastian is currently in the window of his second major return, a fated threshold that coincides with his transition into adulthood as he reaches for 18. This is a time when what has been hidden or ignored is often forced into the light for a reckoning. On May 5th at 8 p.m., the dark moon will meet Sebastian's Mars, the same exact degree in Sagittarius. This is the spark and activation of his physical signature and the energy of action. It could certainly have to do with the reflection and the disordered aggression of the vehicle that could be in question. So tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, May 5th, there's an activation with the dark moon. And so what's happening is Sebastian's chart, okay? In Sebastian's chart, he rises in Scorpio. All right, so he rises in Scorpio, but I don't know, it keeps doing that. He rises in Scorpio, but his entire first house is Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius, the dark moon is in that first house. And so what's happening is the dark moon is going from glyph to glyph to glyph to glyph until it finally reaches a great return. And every 9 years, your dark moon returns. So your first one's at 9, your second one's at 18, around about. It could be around 8, almost 9, 17, almost 18. And that's what's going on with Sebastian, along with other important, fateful transits. I mean, it's big. And that's why I want us to watch it. And you know, I don't like spoon fed, but we got to start doing that. I have to start spoon feeding myself and spoon feeding y'all. And we have to get on the same page. It's just going to take a little bit more time for me, and that's okay. That's okay. I need to put that time in. And so this is, like I said, this is important transit. This is an important time. Okay. So it starts tomorrow. And what's going to happen is that dark moon is going to come to that Mars. What is Mars? The car, the body, the action, the aggression. It's aggression too. Dark moon transits aren't easy to handle. All the disordered aggression, anything that you are holding inward, can surface outward. And sometimes it's not all that great. This is hitting him personally. This is a personal transit. And it has to do with his life path. So let's keep listening. Let's keep on listening. On May 6th at 1:30 p.m., Astraea in Pisces, the asteroid of justice, reaches his IC. It's the lowest point that he has at home with mom, with his family roots. And this is going to be touching the very foundation of his home. On May 8th at 2:30 a.m., the dark moon in Sag will be at the same degree as his Cupid in Sagittarius. And this is where we feel the heartbeat of the beloved sun in the middle of the night. On May 9th at 5:30 p.m., the dark moon will reach his sun degree, his vitality, how he shines. This is a moment of alignment where his essence and the hidden world meet. So the way he shines, the way he shines, like the dark moon is going to transit over his sun, how he shines. I'd like to say, Cupid before this, before the dark moon is going to hit Cupid, and then it's going to hit his sun, then it's going to hit Vulcan. But Cupid, I have found people that are missing or that have been unalived on the perpetrator's Cupid line. So that's the reason why I talk about these asteroids and these points and these hypotheticals, because they really do all matter and we can't exclude them, right? We want to see all of it. I mean, I do. So on May 14th at 11:30 a.m., the energy shifts to his natal Vulcan. And this represents the blacksmith, the forging of something strong out of intense pressure. Vulcan, remember, I want you guys to remember, Vulcan, it's a 1614. We talked about it last night. It connects to Trump, connects to Virginia. And it was in transit when he went missing that night. In the middle of the night, it came to that degree. But the dark moon, well, she's going to come and sit on Vulcan. And it's the red arrow in astrology. When I look at it, I immediately think God's will is done. There's a finale. Even though I'm not trying to get your hopes up and saying that it's going to be a finale, because it's a recurring patterned degree that keeps expressing itself with Sebastian since he's been missing. And it's a pertinent degree. It's a pertinent one. And Vulcan, we can think of Vulcan in so many different ways, but that would suggest, when you think of Vulcan, what do you think of? Haven't you ever ridden by a Vulcan materials? It's got the rocks and stuff. Vulcan. Vulcanus is so different. Vulcanus looks like a volcano. And this transit isn't going to come to his Vulcanus. It's going to come to that Vulcan. And that is a stronger, like his entire first house is a strong first house to have. It's not an easy one at all. And we can see this by evidence, right? And hello, everybody coming in. Thank you so much for being here. Then we come to phase 2, which is a fated crossroads. And that's going to be between May 17th and July 7th. On May 17th at 4 a.m. until noon, this is a critical window because the North Node, this destiny, is going to transit to Sebastian's IC, that low point in Pisces that he has. While the South Node, which is about the past and where he's been, crosses his MC in Virgo. And this is a crossroads, an alignment that often brings a breakthrough in public perception. So what I'm saying here is this. This energy with Sebastian is going to be fated. There's going to be a fate. The North Node, a fate of destiny, is going to sit on his IC. When he went missing, when he was allegedly taken out the trash, Mercury, and the sun had just crossed that threshold in the 4th house of home. And it just crossed that IC. And it's about the media. Well, the media wasn't out, or was it? Yes, it was. The media was certainly out because we're using it still today. And it's the lights. That's what it is. The lowest point is the lights. And as an astrologer, we have to keep that in mind. And that's the reason why I've always wondered if he ever made it home, because Mercury in Pisces is debilitated. Debilitated, meaning we can't see Sebastian. We're not gonna solve the case with dark shadows, right? And so that's the lowest point, was the Mercury coming to that 4th house of home in the at the IC. So what's going to happen is the North Node of fate is going to come there, and the South Node is going to sit on his MC where he's been before. So that's the reason why I'm calling this to you guys, calling attention, because this isn't just, easy transits for him. These are hard transits for Sebastian. Okay. Very hard for a kid, a teenager. This isn't an easy one. And I wish that I could talk to him through this, because it's not easy. Not easy at all. May 30th at 2:30 a.m., the Dark Moon returns to his natal Astraea in his first house. The theme of waiting for justice is echoed once more. On July 6th and 7th, the focus shifts to communications. On the 6th, at 6:30 p.m., the Dark Moon touches his Mercury. And by the early hours of July 7th, between 1:30 a.m. and 5:30 a.m., it will touch his polar descendant. And this is a window for news or for a message to cross the veil. So Mercury is going to come. The Dark Moon is going to come and is going to sit. Okay? It's going to sit on his Mercury in the first house of Sag. Lots of disordered aggression when it comes to the media, the lights. And there could be some information coming in as well. Things about the past. We've got to think about the Dark Moon. The Dark Moon, guys, is, even at 9 years old, when it first comes around, okay? When the dark moon first comes around at 9 years old, eight and a half, whatever, when it first comes around, those years passed from as early as you can remember. That is where the dark moon is trying to get you to express yourself in a good, positive way rather than blowing up, rather than having a lot of aggression. This is why we continuously have these returns every 8.5 to 9 years. So this is going to be the second, right? This is going to be the second time that the dark moon has went through this first house with Sebastian. I'm so sad for Sebastian too. Yes, peace, love, Jeeps. I agree. Hey, Elaine, good to see you, honey. Hey, Cinderella. Julia, good to see you guys. So now we're at Mercury and the polar descendant. And the polar descendant is where information is coming in. This should be an intense time. May should be an intense time for Sebastian. How? It remains to be seen. You know, it remains to be seen. But it's not an easy one. I can't stress that enough. We're about to get ready for that great return, though. Then we come to phase 3, which is the great return. On August 6th at 5 a.m., Hygeia and Jupiter in Leo will meet his point of fortune. As the sun rises, we see the energy of cleansing and expansion. It's a beacon of hope for a discovery that brings order to chaos. On August 18th at 9:30 a.m., this is the peak, the natal return of the Dark Moon Lilith in his first house. At 17 years old, nearly 18, Sebastian meets this 9-year cycle. It's a moment of profound personal power and the potential for a resurfacing of what has been lost. On August 30th, it's a reckoning. I mean, it's a reckoning. Believe me, guys, I just had my dark moon return. And it was a reckoning. Let me tell you. Okay? It created turmoil within me. A lot was bubbling over. And it came to a peak, not just with me, but other people. It came to a peak. And I'm a grown woman. And Sebastian's, this is gonna again, this dark moon return isn't an easy one. We talk about Saturn returns, we talk about Chiron returns. But man, what about these dark moon returns? You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. Not easy. Oh my God, I did it again. I keep having this problem. Okay. Hey, Uncle Taco, good to see you. Thanks for joining. All right, so on August 30th, I think it said August 31st. Here we go. Let's finish that one. On August 31st at 11:30 p.m., Astraea, once again, is going to come back to Sebastian's IC in Pisces. But this time, she will be in retrograde. And so we return home to the foundations once more, looking for divine justice. So what's happening here is Sebastian, I've talked about two times. One begins tomorrow night. I'm thinking that that's it. Yeah. No, tomorrow night is the dark moon natal Mars. It's May 6th. On May 6th, that's when Astraea comes to a 4 degree and 56 minute. And that is his IC. That's the lowest point of home. With a justice in Pisces. Then she's going to come back. Only this time, the second go around this summer, she's going to come back and she's going to be in retrograde. What does that mean? That means that whatever we're going to go through tomorrow night, or whatever Sebastian is going to go through tomorrow night, rather, it's going to come back into the past. It's going to rework things that need to be reworked for the third go around when she comes back. And that is coming. You'll hear about it. So this is the second one. Okay, this is the second time Astraea on August 31st. This will be the second time, but this time she's going to be in retrograde, reworking the past. Divine justice. On September 4th at 11:30 p.m., the South Node meets his trans-Pluto in Leo. This marks a transformation in the higher narrative of Sebastian's story. At the edge of the night, the old story begins to shift. On December 11th at 6:30 p.m., Astraea is going to come back once again to his natal IC. Only this time, she's moving forward again. And it's this day that could also bring a divine justice. Let's listen to that again. Let's listen to that again. This is going to be the third time. Okay, the third time. So on September 4th, there's a South Node. And it's going to come and it's going to be fated. Okay, so this is a fate. There's a fate here in September with the 9th house, with a higher learning, with college, with foreign lands, with attorneys and judges. The 9th house rules attorneys and judges. It's also about immigration, foreign lands, religion, philosophy. Let's listen to that one more time. On September 4th at 11:30 p.m., the South Node meets his trans-Pluto in Leo. This marks a transformation in the higher narrative of Sebastian's story. At the edge of the night, the old story begins to shift. On December 11th at 6:30 p.m., Astraea is going to come back once again to his natal IC. Only this time, on December 11th, she's kicking it forward. She's going forward, right? So she's going to come forward. Then she's going to go in retrograde, and then she's going to come back. And when she comes back, it's on December 11th. Can't make it up. Can't make it up, guys. Jesus. Time, she's moving forward again. And it's this day that could also bring a divine justice. So we're going to watch. We're going to observe. Not with anxiety, but with intention. Because between May and December, Sebastian's chart is speaking so loud, more loudly than it has since he went missing. We remain the observers, the watchers, keeping the path lit, waiting for the moment the hidden finale meets the light. If you have any information regarding Sebastian Rogers, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem, please reach out. You can contact the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FINE. You can also contact the FBI because they are offering a reward of up to $50,000 for any information leading to his whereabouts. Help us bring him home. Before we look to the heavens, so like I said, I'm going to be uploading that. Okay, I'll upload it later. Yeah, Uncle Taco, it was me. My phone is almost dead and it's for some reason it's having problems charging. But yeah, it was me that text you to tell you to get in the live so you could see that there's going to be this, this watch of these dates. There's going to be a watch. And I think that all of these transits, with the dark moon are also coming in with the lunar nodes. And the one thing that I didn't talk about, okay, was that because this is about Sebastian, it's not about Katie, but I will put in the not the description, but I'll put in like I'll pin a comment with all the timestamps here. But there's one other date that I want us to watch as well, and that is going to be on November 13th, 2026. It'll be this year in November. And on November 13th, around 8 p.m., excuse me, Katie is going to have a return to nodes. It's a return to her lunar nodes of fate. And so her south node is in Leo. Her north node is in Aquarius. Okay. So this means that there is going to be a fate of where she's been with Sebastian and where she's going with the groups and us in the future. And that's going to be November. Like I said, December 11th, when this transit comes back to Sebastian with Astraea, it's got a lot more in that chart. Okay. And we'll be talking about that chart, but you got to think it's in December 11th, right? And Sebastian's birthday is when? December 7th. So it's like 4 days after his 18th birthday that Astraea is going to come back, but she's going forward. And all the other things that are happening in that chart, we will be discussing that the closer that it gets to December 11th. Hopefully he'll be found by then. Hopefully there will be movement on his case by then. You just never know. You have the 11th marked already. Good. Because I'll be talking about these dates. Cinderella's got a book full. Angel, for you, good to see you, honey. Thank you guys for coming in. I think it's very important for us to seriously keep an eye out. And look, no matter where you live, absolutely no matter where you live, if you're able to print out flyers, like say you've got a printer at your house, print them out. Take them to the dollar store. They'll hang them up. Talk to people. Go to your local homeless camps. We just never know. And we have this idea of theories, right? We've got our own theories. We just know what we know. But I want us all to be open to whatever it is. Whatever it is, just be open to whatever theory that hopefully will one day, like sooner than later, show itself and bring it to light. Yeah, December 11th, guys. I hope he's found before then too. How do you print it out? You could go to Staples and you could ask them to print out the FBI flyer for Sebastian Rogers. If you don't have a printer at home, if you do have a printer at home, then just print out any flyer. Print out the FBI flyer. That would be great because, there's an incentive with 50 grand. Maybe somebody would want it. I don't know. So yeah, December 11th. So it's just a lot, like a lot of stuff that's going to be boom, 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 boom. And the fact that Katie, his mother, all this stuff is with Astraea is going back and forth on his 4,000th home with mom. I mean, we have to pay attention in November 13th too. We got to pay attention. And if Katie's watching, now she knows. Now she knows. Absolutely. That November 13th it's a big day. A nodal return. Ain't no telling how it's going to work itself out with her. So we'll be talking about them, all these dates, but tomorrow begins the watch, right? So, and when I watch, what I do is like tomorrow night, I'm going to check out the chatter. I'm going to check out the chatter. I'm going to see if there's anything on the news that's worthy of, that's calling on me. I'm going to look at the weather, going to look at the earthquakes. I'm going to look at anything and everything that I can look at to see if I can get a little inkling of how this is expressing itself with him. Unless he calls us and tells us, we don't really know, do we? We can just speculate. We're just speculating. Hey, Coop and Egg, good to see you. Yeah, put them on bulletin boards outside of our grocery store. We have we go to town to the grocery store, and it's a little grocery store, but they've got a big old bulletin board. We put his picture there because we don't know. He could be down the street from us and we wouldn't know. And so don't think that you can't be the one that brings attention to him to bring him home. And we have to all be a part of the solution instead of being a part of a problem. Because theories isn't going to bring him home. It's just not. Being active in the search for Sebastian is going to bring him home, right? Hey, Shauna, good to see you, babe. Good to see you, honey. Thank you so much. Shauna sent me another deck. Activations, Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle deck. I love it. I love it. I love sacred geometry. I mean, that's what I do. I work with geometry. Looking at these transits, right? It's geometric angles. I'm putting the angles out on the map. I'm trying to understand where he could possibly be, where he could be found. So yeah. Thank you so much, though. I love it. I can't wait to read them. Read the cards. So what do you guys think? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Talk to me here. Talk to me. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? What do you guys think? Because what I think is what I've just talked about. The lunar nodes with Katie, though, that's going to be something. Where she's been before. I would not. I know that they're still investigating his case and not just waiting on 18 to see if he shows up. They've got to be working on his case, right? You think so? But even if they're not, and a pertinent lead comes in, and it just so happens to be that lead that brings him home, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? If December 11th comes and goes, and Sebastian doesn't show, it's going to be disappointing, right? It'll be really disappointing. I can't tell you exactly how this is going to work itself out, but there is a justice with his mother. There is some type of justice that is coming, and it's opposing his midheaven, his public image. The dark moon brings a lot of darkness, a lot of, it's not just disorder, aggression. It does bring a lot of darkness to him about things of the past. Things of the past could be at home, his genealogy, his roots, right? His roots. It's the maternal roots, though. So it's going back to Katie's mom, the women that were in Katie's life that raised her. That's the fourth house of home with mom. I just know in my heart, some way we all can do something to come together to bring Sebastian home. Yes. Yeah. Like you do. I mean, you got Shanna drives a rig, all, a flatbed all around, and she has ordered from her own self. She took control and she ordered from Vistaprint magnets that show his face. So everywhere she goes, Sebastian's going with her, like as a billboard. Those magnets are showing people she is sitting still at a red light. They're looking at Sebastian's face. And that's what I'm talking about. Action. Sitting behind a computer. Look, I'm guilty of it, okay? I just sit behind a computer. But when do I say to myself, self, be what you want to see? If you want to see billboards, if you want to see people advertising Sebastian, you advertise Sebastian, right? We can't expect somebody else to be doing something when we could be doing it. And that's all I'm asking you guys is to, we know that this is upon Sebastian. You have no geometry experience. Well, I me either, except from the angles of working with trines and squares and quincunx, oppositions, that's what geometry is. What happened with him last December 11th? Have you compared these dates? I haven't, because it really doesn't matter. I would have to compare them really when he had a dark moon return at 8.5 years old. And I already think that I already have a good idea of some of the things that I think by reading the charts and everything. And some of it, I just don't even want to talk about because I think it's just dark. I don't really want to talk about it. But there are certain things that are in Sebastian's family that are dark. It just is, Yeah, I'm not looking at the solar return. Well, I've already looked at the solar return. I was like, I can't pull it right now, but I have looked at it. You and I have talked about it, Shauna. We have looked at the solar return. I have faith in fate. And I think that it takes action from us to help bring him home. So this energy that I'm talking about is primarily about the dark moon return that took place when he was 8.5 years old. This is the second return that he's having. Like I need us to understand that this is a big transit for Sebastian that brings a lot of aggression, a lot of darkness. I just went through one myself. It sucks. Every 9 years, 8.5 years, it's coming, whether you like it or not. I think so too. I think he's been through a lot more than we know. I do. Really do. So I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that I'm going to be not just, talking about these transits. I'll be showing you guys. Okay. I'll be showing you guys. This is right here. Let me show you. this right here, let me pull it up. Let's see if this one is it. Animated page, I don't know. Okay, yeah. Okay, so this one is tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, as you can see, this dark moon in the first house is at a 1516. It's at a 1516. That dark moon is going to sit on his Mars. It's going to sit on his Mars. And it's about the car. It's about the vehicle. Okay, it's about aggression, competition, all those things that Mars is. Mars is the I am, it's the ego. It says me, 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 me. That's the I am. When people talk about the I am, it's not something to brag about. It's the ego. It's all about me. So for Sebastian, it's going to be all about him. Car, vehicle, race, it's things of the past. The moon, whether it's the dark moon, whether it's the white moon, whether it's the moon, it is reflective with the past. Kronos and Cancer, they're in this 8th house right up here. This energy with 1542 and Cancer in the 8th house, that's the degree in which Sebastian shines. He shines out of 1542. It's pretty big, pretty big, pretty big energy. Again, this is tomorrow night. The sun is in Taurus, right? Mercury is now in Taurus. So the sun and Mercury and Ceres right there at 2035, well, they're all hanging out in Sebastian's 6th house of health. His everyday. His everyday. Could be about money, possessions, things that he owns. Could be about clothes. Could be about phone. Anything that he owns. Anything of his. But it's going to involve Mercury. Mercury is with communication, so it could be something he's written down. It could be about something he's written down. And Saturn there in the 5th house of kids. Well, Saturn at a 5th house of kids at a 942. It's making its way to activate Katie's, Neptune, and Capricorn. What we don't see at the business, what we don't see with her dad, what we don't see with her business, with her work, what we don't see. And so all of this that I'm talking about is all in one chart, all in one time period at 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Do you see how do you see the middle blue and how we have like a grand trine? And we got another grand trine. Kind of looks like Star of David there. I don't know if y'all can see that. I do. Yeah, exactly. Self-source stability rooted in his values. Yep. Resources. Money. So this is going to be an interesting time period, guys. And we've only just begun. We've only just begun. Keep saying that, singing it. Easy access flowing, looks like a triangle, that trine. Follow the blue lines. Yeah, you can see it. Mm-hmm. There's a lot. There's a lot going on in the middle. And I mean, of course, I could simplify it and you wouldn't see all that stuff, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see. And you can see Astraea there in the 4th house of home getting ready. She's already, look, she's already sitting at that 4 degree. Okay. She's already sitting at the 4 degree on his natal, on his IC. But when she comes to the exact 456, it's going to be an exact transit on his IC. And you can see she's moving forward. She doesn't have a retrograde. She doesn't have an RX above her. So that means she's moving forward. She's right here at the 445. Y'all see it right there? This 445. And she's coming 456 on May 6th. So we got tomorrow night, May 5th, and then May 6th. Chronos will still be at that 1542 tomorrow. And I want to say this as well. Hades at a 1411, right next to Chronos. Chronos and Hades are just hanging out together. They have been for, and they will be for decades. But Hades at a 1411, 14 degree, 11 minute in Cancer in that 8th house. You see that it's a C and then it's got a cross. Y'all see that? The C with the cross. You see that? It's a C. Hades is a C with a cross. And if you think about the C, I do. I don't think about it as any type of moon or anything like that. I look at it as a C, like for Christ. The cross. The weight of the cross that he carried. The weight of the cross that we carry. That's Hades. And it's in all of our charts. But this 1411, Hades, is connecting and activating faith's chart. It's activating Michael Proudfoot's chart. That 1411. And there is a weight of home, of family, of loyalty, a heaviness that's on Faith and Michael Proudfoot. Indeed. Yeah, that Juno and Pluto. In conversation. And Juno is coming to an 8:30. And anytime she comes to an 8:30, information is received. Could be a lead that comes in from a group, a picture, something, that's networking online, a video somebody sees and they think, is this Sebastian? Could be something like that. Could be. It's possible. Definitely possible. Mars at a 2013. I want you to see that Mars. Mars at a 2013 is going to come to a 2016. Okay. The 2016, it's a 20 degree in the 5th house of kids. And it's a 2013. It's going to come really quickly to the 2016. Mars is going to move pretty quick. The 2016 is a relationship in which gives the TBI a conscious raising experience. Mhm. So we can look forward to that. Hopefully. We may not hear about it, but I think that the TBI will. And will it be about another kid? We see that. We don't see anything about Sebastian, possibly, yeah. Because the TBI, the FBI, Sumner County, they're not telling us shit. And that could be a good thing. We just don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We've even talked about that, there could be major problems going on right now with the health of Terry Bowersox. Remember, we were talking about that last night. So it could be that that's a lot of what we're seeing too. I don't know. This is definitely personal to Sebastian, though. Major. You know? So the other thing that I've noticed with this dark moon cycle that he's going through is this. And you can see it too. All you got to do is go to the opposite sign, the axis of Gemini and Sag. And we've got a personal planet, Venus. Venus. She is in Gemini. And she is going to oppose. She is already opposing. Tomorrow night, she's already going to oppose, and she's going to continue to oppose Sebastian's first house. She's in this 7th house of relationships with Sebastian's chart. She's in his 7th house while the dark moon is transiting in this first house with his life path. Everything that is going on with Sebastian with his life path is going to be opposed with Venus. What does that mean? Well, that means 2 people, 2 communications, money. Venus is ruled by Taurus. So Venus is going to be about money. She's going to be about things that we own, things that we possess, things that we take ownership of. Right? Again, it's in Gemini, so Mercury rules Gemini, and we have to wonder, what type of opposition are we going to be talking about? What is this? This communications with Sebastian, things that he wrote in the past, or things that he has done in the past with 2 people. This has to do with 2. Has to do with 2. Has to do with 2 people with communications. And it's going to be about the past. Things that Sebastian reflects on that gives him disordered aggression. It is so much movement. Yes. So like I said, I'm going to upload this video and we'll be talking about it. We're going to be talking about it. I want to show you May 6th because that's going to be tomorrow. Let me show you May 6th. Let's see. When was that? I think it's at 1:30. Yeah, it's this one. Okay. All right, so May 6th, around 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon, Wednesday, look at the sun. The sun is shining at that 1614, right? That 1614 is his Vulcan. It's constantly showing itself. Look at that. Venus is at a 15-15. She is about to be coming into that 15-16 that's going to oppose the Mars. So it's going to be transiting. This dark moon is still going to be transiting Sebastian's first house. But we can get an idea that it's going to be about his mom. It's going to be things that are hidden secrets. The secrets with home, family. And these secrets are going to be opposed by Venus. There's going to be an opposition with things of the past with the state of Tennessee. There's going to be expansion with Mexico tomorrow. I mean, on the 6th, not tomorrow, the next day. I can see that as plain as day. The Mars is going to come and oppose the physician with Sebastian. What does that mean? Well, I mean, you know what a physician is. It's a doctor that brings enlightenment about the vehicle. Again, I'm seeing that him and the TBI, there is certain degrees in which he shares with the TBI. And that is going to be in transit in the 8th house. Things that are hidden with the investigation. And there it is. Saturn is right next to Mars. Limits and obstacles with Katie. Because that 947, she is going to have limits and obstacles with authority. And we can see that Juno is now at an 831. And the 830 is where Sebastian is going to receive information. There's going to be a relationship. Juno is a relationship. Okay? That 6th house is about health. It's about groups. It's about media. Somebody could be being tapped. Okay? I don't know. Aquarius is, it's the knowing house. It's the house of friends. But Aquarius is also about futuristic rebellion. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. It shakes things up. And so May 6th, with all of this going on, and Astraea coming to that 456, the lowest point that Sebastian has at home, there's a justice. There is some type of justice that's taking place. It could be about hospitals. It could be about alcohol. It could be about, prescriptions. I don't know. It's Pisces. Think about it. And of course, Kronos is still in that 11th house. Kronos is still at a 1542, activating Sebastian's sun, the way he shines. And Jupiter at a 1945 is going to come and expand Chris Proudfoot and his family, his mom, his home. And it's going to be expanding with a lot of attention and transformation with him. So again, it could totally be that we're going to just see a big collective, something come about that's going to shake us all up. Maybe this is going to be where his dad or his stepdad, somebody in his family, is sick. Like, really sick. Not doing good. Maybe their health is messed up. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what this Astraea, this is what this is going to be about. Maybe it is about somebody in the family having bad health. It could totally be that. He does. He sure does. Had to yell at the neighbor, and then I'll hop on and see she's doing a live for Sebastian. Well, I'm amped. It's clear that finally the veil is lifting. I hope so. It seems like it. It sure does seem like it. You know, it definitely seems like it's going to be picking up the pace. It's definitely more than one thing. Yeah. But we see him. We may not know yet, but it's many. Yeah. So that's going to be tomorrow. And then the 6th. And by Friday on the 8th at 2:30 in the morning, it's Friday, late Thursday night into Friday morning. This is wild to me because what I'm seeing with this chart, again, you just continuously notice patterns. And it's hard when you're looking at numbers to not pay attention when you're constantly seeing the same numbers showing up every single time. It's wild to me. So the dark moon, as you see, is at a 1531 here in the 10th house. The 10th house is about the public image. It's about dad. There's a disordered aggression with his desires. Because his Cupid is what? It's your desires. We can go into more depth, but the desires of the past desires, going far, traveling. This could be a grandfather, because this 1531 is going to come also into that 9th house, and that would be a grandfather, a grandmother, a higher learning. It could be about a pew-pew, right? Sag could be about a pew-pew. We see it all the time. Be about a river. Could be about church, religion, a foreign country, flying on a plane. Flying on a plane. There's a shakeup with that 344. It's just always coming into transit with him. The 957, that's Chris Proudfoot. Now Saturn is on him. First Saturn came to Katie. Now it's on him. So there's a lot happening with them. The 810 that we see there in the 5th house of kids, creativity in school, that degree is activating Sebastian's part of fortune in the 9th house in Leo. So it's about world health. It's about the health of family, the health of home. That's why I'm wondering if there is going to be issues with the health of someone at his home. There is a reigniting of a flame at a 2740 with Vesta. We can see that. And we know by looking at Stephen Fisher's chart that that's his Chiron degree. He just had a Chiron return yesterday. Yesterday, guys. Yesterday. Look at my hair. Yesterday, he had a Chiron return. Fisher did. So it's a 2740. It's a 2740 degree. Well, the 2740 with Vesta and Pisces is going to activate and reignite a pain with Stephen Fisher and whatever it is that he is going through at the same time that the dark moon is coming over Sebastian's Cupid. Maybe it won't have anything to do with Sebastian, but I think it will. And that's the 8th. So we've got the 5th, the 6th, and the 8th. It's coming up. And then we have Saturday, May 9th. May 9th. That's going to be at 5:30 p.m. So it's like boom, boom, bam. Thank you, ma'am. May 9th. Let me pull that up. Where do I have it? Okay, maybe I didn't save it. May 9th at 1:30. No, 5:30. May 9th at 5:30. It's a Saturday. Here we go. Let me put this up there. Save. There we go. There we go. It's May 9th at 5:30 p.m. Selena, the white moon, okay, she's in the 11th house of friends. How we bring in money. It's critical with kids. You can see it's a 2915. It's critical. Critical. Kids with attention. This dark moon, this white moon is a 742 in Virgo. Terry Bowersox has his dark moon in Pisces at this degree. This means that there's going to be something that he learns that woe is him is going to really upset him. Really upset him. At the same time, the dark moon in the second house is transiting in the second house, transiting in Sebastian's first. His life path. It's coming over his sun degree. How he shines. So you see, I keep seeing Terry Bowersox. I keep seeing these peoples. And what's going to happen is Jupiter at a 2014 in Cancer, they're in that 9th house. Well, Jupiter at a 2014 is going to come to that 2016. That relationship Jupiter is going to expand a relationship with the TBI. At the same time, there is a weight upon the TBI. The FBI is coming into play as well, along with Chris Proudfoot with Venus. And it's just an ongoing process. And I'm not sure if we're going to see everything or hear about it. I hope we do, but I'm not holding my breath. Could be about the father or the stepfather of Chris. Could be about his work, his traveling to work. But the FBI is going to have a lot of work to do because the Saturn is coming to a 1007. This means that the FBI is having a Saturn return on the evening of the 9th and the 10th. The FBI is having a Saturn return on May 9th and May 10th. Big for the FBI. And they're going to have to work hard. Whatever it is that they're doing, they're going to have to work hard. And it could be that the FBI is going to be in the limelight. And not in a good way. Not in a good way. What's interesting to me, though, is that 10 degree and 10 minute that Saturn is coming to, that's going to give them a Saturn return. Melissa, Chris' sister, she has that degree. It's going to be activating and slowing things down. Whether it be a father figure, work, business, or the authority. There's a lot. It's a lot going on with their family. A lot going on. And after May 9th, I want to say it's going to be like May 17th. Or no, May 14th. It'll be May 14th. And then May 17th. But it's just like May is very busy. And we're going to see it. Like we're literally going to We are literally going to be a witness to whatever would come out during this period of time. And if nothing comes out, that's kind of what I'm hoping. I hope we don't see anything. I hope we don't hear anything. That way we know that the TBI is investigating things. There's things going on that we can't know about because there's a breakthrough, right? And that's what we want. We want a big breakthrough. And, we just having faith in fate. That's what I'm doing. And I hope you guys do too. But I appreciate you guys being here tonight. I'm going to upload this video. I'm going to put all of the timestamps, and of course I'll leave this live up too, so you can come back and look at the chart if you want to. I think so too. I'm really keeping hope alive that if nothing else, by December 11th, he could be breaking free of the chains that bind him. If I had done what I think they done, I would probably be having health issues too. Yep. I'm saying. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, good night, guys. Thank you for being in here. And if you haven't hit that like button, please do that. It's free, right? Helps get this out. That way other people, maybe they want to join the watchers too. They want to join our great community because we got a good one over here. Y'all are wonderful. I so appreciate you guys. And I may be on in the morning before I go get my hair done, because when I get back, guys, I'm going to look different. I'm getting my hair did. Haven't had it done in a year. And you can tell. You can tell, like, look how long my bangs are. It's redonkulous. Good night, guys. He is coming home to Seth. Just know it. Yes. Love you too, baby. Love you too. Good night, Cinderella. I hope you guys sleep well. Thank you, Jill, for being here, babe. I just love that. Your shoes. Cat. Is that a cat or a dog? Okay, honey. Thank you, little Miss Sharon. I appreciate you. Yeah, make sure you subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. And I'm definitely going to upload here in just a little bit, and I'll post it, and that way you guys can go back and look at the dates, because we will be talking about them like I did tonight. And we're just going to do just a little chart. Nothing, because I really want you guys to understand as much as you can, go platinum. That's what Janelle said. I can't do that. I can't do it. It would cost way too much. I'm going to do a partial though. Thank you for gifting a membership, sweetheart. If y'all got a membership from Little Miss Sharon and you're in chat, please tell her thank you. Thank you, darling. You're such a sweetheart. Welcome to Watchers. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You're such a sweetie. Just such a sweetheart, Little Miss Sharon. Girl, I about did too a few times. I about did a few times too. I was well out. I couldn't believe it. We were still on 5 hours later. Everybody's done went to sleep with their phone in their hand. But guys, I got a new one. We're going to have to be reading. Jeff's like, we're about to redo the office, and Jeff is going to build me one of those. He's going to build me a really cool shelf, because I just keep accumulating oracle cards. I appreciate that too, Shauna. It was. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Shauna ended up coming on panel so I could go eat. Oh man. What a next 8 months that this is going to be for Sebastian Rogers. It's going to be a trip to watch, to observe. But anyways, guys, it was great. I mean, it was really long, but it was great. You want to see that neck again up close? Okay. All right, girl. Sacred geometry activations. It's really cool. It's really cool, really cool, really cool. I hope it will be an end to it. Yes. I mean, I know y'all, we're invested. Like, we are so invested in this. But yeah, I mean, look, here's one of the cards, belief. Belief. And it gives a little summary down there, and then the book, you know, it's a big book. Well, not big, but I mean, it's not like little bitty. And you can actually, you know, people old like me, older, see, it's got bigger letters. I love it. I was so excited. Yeah, I'm probably going to give Jeff a reading if he's still awake. It's getting past his bedtime. I'm not seeing him writing in here, so he could be snoring in there. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I love it. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to end this live with Sebastian's anthem. I love you guys. And I'll be back on here in the morning. We'll talk some more. We'll talk some more about this, okay? We'll talk more about what is to come in depth. All right, love you guys.
Clean like your soul, won't be forgotten. We stand strong for you, never give up. Seek justice and truth. Day and night we search. Community gathers, wipe the tears away. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, babe. It lingers on, but strength we carry will keep you strong. Rise up for you, Sebastian strong. Sebastian's army, we march on. Each day comes and goes, hope in our hearts. You're never alone, we'll bring you home. Wish it was a dream, hey, it lingers on, but strength we carry will keep you strong. Rise